Alright, in this video, I'm going to be reassembling a Nintendo NES controller, the original NES controller. So what I did before this assembly that I'm about to start was some retro brighting. I retro brighted the controller. As you can tell, this controller, I don't have it before, but imagine this, everything just being really yellow, dirty. Dirt in between the crevices. Dirt yellowing on top of there, on the sides as well. There was some really bad yellowing on the sides for some reason. Maybe because the way the controls held like that caused some yellowing. I'm not really sure what exactly causes yellowing, but the controller did not look anything like that. It was quite the opposite. So retro brighting really did a phenomenal job on this. It's such a great method for these retro things to get their color back to what they were. Bring them back to the glory days. So I'm going to start putting in the buttons right off the bat here. Put in the red buttons first. D-pad will go next. So I did not put the D-pad in the retro brighting rig of mine, but what I did do was clean everything up, including the D-pad here. So what I'm going to do right now is just clean this up a little bit further with some IPA, isopropyl alcohol. Do it on camera here. So it looks like there was still some dirt here. I thought I cleaned this pretty thoroughly. Maybe this is just the discoloring. Yeah, see that? That's a clean Q-tip. So that might not be dirt. That might just be a consequence of plastic getting old, or maybe dirt that just cannot be removed. I don't know. But either way, I'm gonna go ahead and just continue the build here, the reassembly. So we got this part next. This is the plastic that interfaces between the buttons and the circuit board. And then we'll put in this plastic portion there. And we'll put in the directional pad. From there, it's going to be really simple. We're just going to put the circuit board on. If I can get it untangled from here. I have another Dreamcast controller that I'm going to disassemble soon. Don't know when, but soon. This is the circuit board for the controller, and that's just going to go on like that. Before we do that, we're just going to clean this up with some IPA. The circuit board itself is not dirty, so I'm not really worried about it, honestly, at all. But might as well just do a quick cleaning since we're here. Some flux on these. Now this controller, before disassembly and retro brighting and reassembly now, worked really well. So after I reassemble this, I'm going to give it a I'm gonna give it a test run off camera. So when I put in the controller, you gotta make sure that this part here goes inside the little slots, these little shafts. And then this cable runs in its proper position there. So we want to put that cable in the proper position. Now on the reverse here, I'm pressing the buttons just to kind of give it a test. Feels pretty good. Again, I was not having any trouble with this controller, so it should work perfectly fine when we're done. If not, I screwed up, and then we got to reopen it and see what's going on. But I'm not gonna test it out on camera, only because my NES is somewhere afar, and by afar I mean under my bed, and I really don't feel like hooking it up right now. But if there is something wrong with it, I'll make another video where I'm disassembling it, and then I'll put everything on camera. For the love of mercy. I'm just gonna put all these in at once. So what I also did after I disassembled the controller was clean it thoroughly, but also as well as the screws that I'm putting in right now. I actually took an abrasive pad and I wiped off all the rust. Now they're super small, so what I would do is I put the screw in this fold, and I would just pretend like as if I'm screwing it in and out, and I would just keep twirling it left clockwise, counterclockwise, until it got really cleaned up. So the screws are also cleaned up as well. They were pretty corroded, rusty, so that was also cleaned up. This feels pretty good. I don't see any issues. I don't foresee any issues with this. This feels great. All right. Till next time, guys.